How to build a business with zero debt. Want to build a business from scratch without a single dollar of debt? Here's how the world's smartest millionaires do it. Welcome back to Luxona, where millionaires are made. Most people think you need massive loans to start a business. They're wrong. While everyone else is drowning in debt, the truly wealthy are building empire after empire with zero borrowed money. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Why millionaires avoid debt. Here's something that might shock you. Warren Buffett, worth over $100 billion, has famously said that his favorite holding period for debt is zero. Dave Ramsey built a multi-million-dollar empire after going bankrupt precisely because he learned to avoid debt like the plague. Why do millionaires avoid debt when starting businesses? Simple. Debt creates pressure. Pressure forces bad decisions. When you owe money, you're not thinking about long-term wealth building. You're thinking about making payments. That's not how millionaires think. Sara Blakely started Spanx with $5,000 of her own money. No investors, no loans, no debt. She's now worth over $1 billion. Michael Dell started Dell Computers from his dorm room with $1,000. Today, he's worth over $50 billion. The pattern is clear. Debt-free entrepreneurship isn't just possible, it's the secret weapon of the wealthy. The Dave Ramsey Blueprint. Dave Ramsey's approach to debt-free business building is revolutionary because it's so simple. Pay cash for everything. Save first, spend second. Grow slowly, but grow surely. Here's his step-by-step method for building a business with no debt. First, start with what you have. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the perfect amount of money. Start with your current skills, your current resources, your current network. Second, bootstrap everything. Use your own money, even if it's just a few $100s. Reinvest every penny of profit back into the business. Don't take out loans for equipment, inventory, or marketing. If you can't afford it in cash, you can't afford it yet. Third, grow organically. This means saying no to opportunities that require debt. It means growing at the pace your cash flow allows. It might feel slower, but it's infinitely safer for your family's financial security. Fourth, build multiple income streams within your business. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify your revenue sources so you're never dependent on a single client or product line. Cash only. Your competitive edge. Here's what nobody tells you about cash-only businesses. They're actually more competitive, not less. When you're not paying interest on loans, your profit margins are higher. When you're not worried about monthly payments, you can focus on serving customers better. Cash gives you flexibility. Economic downturn, you can weather it. Opportunity arises, you can pivot quickly. Your competitor with massive debt payments, they're stuck. Let me give you a real example. During the 2008 financial crisis, businesses with debt were closing left and right, but cash-rich businesses, they were buying assets at fire sale prices. They were hiring top talent that larger companies couldn't afford. They came out stronger. This is how millionaires think. They see debt as a limitation, not a tool. They build businesses that can survive any storm because they own everything outright. What if you have a family? I know what you're thinking. This sounds great, but what if you have a family to support? What if you can't afford to take big risks? Here's the beautiful truth about debt-free business building. It's actually safer for families, not riskier. When you build a business with debt, you're risking your family's financial security. Miss a few payments, and you could lose everything. But when you build debt-free, the worst that happens is you lose money you could already afford to lose. Start small. really small. Maybe it's selling a skill you already have. Maybe it's creating a product in your spare time. Maybe it's starting a service business with nothing but your knowledge and a cell phone. The key is to keep your day job while you build. Let your business income grow gradually. When it consistently matches your salary, then you can consider making the jump. This is financial freedom for families. This is how you build wealth without risking your children's future. Secrets of wealthy entrepreneurs. Here are some insider secrets from entrepreneurs who built massive wealth without debt. First, they obsess over cash flow, not revenue. $1 million business that generates $50,000 in cash flow is worth more than a $10 million business that generates zero cash flow. Second, they reinvest profits strategically. Every dollar that comes in gets evaluated. Can this dollar generate more dollars? If yes, it gets reinvested. If no, it gets saved for opportunities. Third, they build relationships, not just products. Your network is your net worth. The wealthiest entrepreneurs I know spend more time building relationships than building products. Why? Because relationships generate opportunities that money can't buy. Fourth, they think in decades, not months. When you're not worried about debt payments, you can make long-term decisions. You can build a business that will support your family for generations, not just the next quarter. Fifth, they understand that slow and steady wins the race. The tortoise beats the hare every time in business. Consistent, profitable growth over years will always beat explosive, unsustainable growth over months. The Bootstrapping Playbook. Let me give you a practical playbook for debt-free entrepreneurship. Step 1. Identify your skills. What can you do that others will pay for? Don't overthink this. You have more valuable skills than you realize. Step 2. Validate your idea with zero investment. Can you get customers to pay you before you build anything? Can you pre-sell your product or service? If not, you might not have a viable business idea. Step 3. Start lean. Use free tools. Work from home. Buy used equipment. Your goal is to prove the concept with minimal investment. Pretty can come later. Step 4. Focus on cash flow from day one. Every decision should be evaluated through one lens. Does this generate cash flow faster than it consumes cash? If yes, do it. If no, don't. Step 5. Reinvest systematically. Set aside a percentage of every dollar for growth. Maybe it's 50%, maybe it's 20%, but make it automatic and make it consistent. Step 6. Build systems, not just income. Your goal isn't to create a job for yourself. It's to create a business that runs without you. This means documenting processes, training others, and building systems that scale. Join our Wealth Circle. This is just the beginning. Building a debt-free business is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires the right mindset, the right strategies, and the right support system. If you want exclusive deep dives and personal wealth roadmaps, join our Patreon, linked below, where millionaires are made. Inside, you'll get detailed case studies, personal coaching, and access to a community of people building wealth the smart way. Remember, every millionaire started somewhere. They weren't born with special advantages. They just learned to think differently about money, debt, and risk. They built businesses that served others while building wealth for themselves. You can do this too. Start today. Start small. Start debt-free. Your future millionaire self will thank you. If you found value in this, subscribe to Luxona, because here, millionaires are made. Hit that notification bell, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and remember, your wealth journey starts with a single step. Take that step today.